Pre-session chaos. But yeah, I can't believe you intimidated that thing down the stairs. Like, that was supposed to be the beefy boy that you were going to have to fight, and you're like, grr, and he just had to run away.
He used one
Unbelievable.
thing, which was a power word. It was terrifying. And he saved the DC and rolled a 20.
Which he gave me the courtesy of. I shouldn't have been able to save that DC until the end of my turn. It was supposed to give me a full guaranteed turn of stun, but I 20'd that too.
Yeah. All right. Berry dinner.
Berry dinner, berry dinner.
So excited out here, Ford. Oh, right. I remember why everybody had their own fucking sounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aggression. Who has their own sounds? Does Boreya have her own sounds?
No, I have to make a playlist for each location if I want it to autoplay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yes,
the whole thing. It's very annoying, actually.
I mean,
that reminds me, Boreya's
Boreya.
Boreya does have her own sound.
Also, hello there, unicorn. Your streamer won't acknowledge you, but I will.
Hey, what's up, Unicorn Space? How you be today? I was just working on things. Gosh. Me out to be the bad guy here. Yeah, jackass.
With your cat is unacceptable.
Yeah, you've got like 7 screens.
Good
I
thing
know.
you have Andy here to make up.
You've got 7 screens. I don't want to hear it. You can have chat up.
I actually do have chat up. I've got this set up, so I've been working on like setting this up to be a little more streamlined. I got that up directly where my camera is, so if I'm looking at the chat, it's like I'm looking at the camera, you know?
Yeah,
you stare into their eyes while you read what they say.
I look directly into their eyes as I speak to them.
That's terrifying.
You're welcome.
Don't forget your bamboo.
I already did.
I want bamboo.
There you go.
Are you a panda?
Oh, bamboo thing. Okay.
Yeah. I actually watched them make bamboo chopsticks because, you know, bored YouTubing. And watch them make bamboo chopsticks from scratch.
Non-existent soul.
Pretty fun. Pretty basic, but pretty fun.
Pretty basic.
I mean, they're chopsticks. They're literally just they're fancy sticks. So it's just the way the cookie fumbles.
No.
The cookie fumbles?
No.
Why is it fumbling?
It's not fumbling.
Why is it fumble?
It's not fumbling.
It's like a fondue. It just fumbles apart.
No. Just no. Berry dinner. Berry dinner.
Berry dinner. Berry dinner.
Okay,
just sound like a berry dinner counter.
Of course it's paused. I can't let you people run rampant.
Click door.
I was literally just about to do that.
Exactly.
You can't do it while the game's paused.
Can you not?
Apparently I can. Yeah, I can.
I locked it.
I can't. It says you cannot take this action while the game is currently paused.
Oh, that's
well, I
amazing.
did it first, but now I can click it.
Well, now it's unlocked, but you still can't open it, which is phenomenal.
When it was locked, I could shake
let
it.
Me switch. Let me switch everything up, and then we'll get started.
Where's Barry's house?
This
is
we have
Barry's. Thanks.
No, we actually do.
It's funny you ask because we do have an actual house location. Let me get it for you. Hang on.
Yeah, it's like now we have an actual map.
Yeah, because when we were making it, I was like, "Where's Barry?"
Let me switch this screen here to the in-game. There we are. Great. We're just gonna
bakery, half full cup.
Boom. Image. Let's get that image, shall we?
Is he over here by the snuggle pit?
No. You like the snuggle pit? It's pretty cool, right?
Sure. Is it the same as the pink lamp?
I like this. When is the arena open?
The arena's always been open.
No, I mean the tournament.
Oh, I don't know. Neto couldn't read.
Shut up, they don't know that.
Yeah, but then I went and read it, and then the
Shut up,
bartender told me
Haru.
she'd tell me when it happened.
Ah,
You killed the Harus
well
that can
then
read.
you'll just have to ask the new bartender. You know.
No, because
Trixie.
she said she would tell me when it happened.
Trixie, right? Trixie.
No, Tracy Trickster.
Tracy
Exactly.
Trickster.
Damn it, you confused me.
Trixie.
There we go. Here we go. Show players. Here's our wonderful new map. And if you look up just a little bit towards the north, just above the Sunflower Petals shop, you'll see Barry's house.
Oh, it is right there, kind of.
It's tucked away.
But that doesn't match what I'm looking at here at the front door.
Shut up.
Sure.
I have time to make an entire map, Andy. Use what
Forever's
I
a long time, Blaine.
got. I mean, each house is going to be a little bit individual, right?
Yeah, you know? His wife customized it.
Yeah, I better take that phone call before we start. I'm sorry. Give me a minute.
It's fine. We'll entertain everybody ourselves. So, Ford, on a guesstimation of 1 to 7,000, how many times have you said berry dinner this week? Since Saturday. Okay, since we're going to leave Neto alone, Neto's going to tell jokes. How's that? There once was a man from Nantucket. Ford, are you
Sorry,
abandoned?
what? I stepped away for a second.
Why? No, but Blaine also had to leave.
Oh, okay. Well, I still
can't be
need to be doing
entertained.
things. I was just checking the thing outside.
I can't entertain everyone on my own. I don't get paid for
You
this.
can do this. You'll be great. I
I
believe.
don't get paid for this. I don't have enough Neto jokes for this. I had a whole week left. I'm all alone. There's no one here besides me. But you gotta have friends. It's the perfect time for Neto to pour a drink. Oh. So, perfect. We're just about to start dinner. And I really need help because everyone else
Start
is dead.
yet?
Oh, no, we have not started yet.
Okay,
Blaine
I'm
is...
gonna. I have to drive home.
Okay. Do the drive safe. Blaine has just started the live, but we have not done the start, so...
We have not, no.
Okay,
Where
I'm
am
gonna
I?
stay muted then.
Yeah. We've got a Sal listening in.
Yeah, no. Phone call was very important. Good things. So, yeah, happy I took that.
Now hear me out.
Hearing you out.
In the morning, we're having waffles.
Fuck yeah. All right, guys. How we feeling? We all ready to go?
I'm feeling like Ford's gonna sleep with Barry's wife.
You could.
You know, got another aching feelings. No, Ford had heard some random sporadic noises and had to go investigate.
Wait,
Unless
what?
she's back now. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
Ford's back now.
Sal!
That was driving.
Oh my
but
God.
listening in.
Yeah! Sal! Woo!
Ford, we're taking a poll. If I'm right, I'm right. All right, there we go. Good job.
Okay. What's the poll?
Whether or not I'm right, which we'll find out at the end of everything.
Oh, you're not. Wait, what are you
Okay.
being right about? Is it just in general? Because if in general, no.
It's a right, of course, in general, no. It's right whether or not you do the thing that I'm predicting you're going to do. But I can't tell you what it is, or this, and you're not going to do
Does it stay berry dinner?
I mean, you're definitely going to say that. But then also,
Berry dinner,
Yeah, I was
berry
like,
dinner.
that's not much of a bet.
No, the question I did have was between the end of Saturday and now, on a scale of 1 to 7,000, how many times do you think you said berry dinner? But
Oh,
So many.
quite
at
a lot.
least,
So
At
many. At
least
least like
1,000.
100 or so.
I'm going with 1,000.
I don't think 100. I think like 50 something.
Oh,
Think
at
so?
least I'm going 1,000. Easily 1,000.
Oh wait, no, because I say it twice every time.
Exactly.
Well, in any
Mhm.
case, y'all ready?
No,
Y'all.
I'm Neto.
Don't.
Great. All right, guys. So we begin. Tonight is this is the following night. We're gonna go fast forward into the future a bit here somehow. We're gonna have
We
to
spent our
time these
night
out.
very excitedly jumping up and down in the inn, waiting for Barry to invite us over.
So Barry invited you yesterday, right? You guys are like super stoked. You went to bed. You had your day of things that happened, which we don't know yet because it hasn't really happened. And then that evening was the day that Barry invited you over for dinner. So you and Boreya specifically were invited, and so you two head on up towards Barry's house, which you had to get directions from him because you're not sure where he lived. So as you walk along the path from the half full cup, pull up the map so that people can see what I'm talking about. So as you walk along the path from the half full cup, kind of take a longer route, and you walk past the market. You manage to get up right in front of the sunflower petal shop and kind of take that pathway up around to the right and make it up to Barry's house, which sits at the top of a small hill, like a little more cliffy than hilly. Um, but over the top, you can kind of see down into the sunflower petals gardens where all of their flowers are grown, and uh, it's a very beautiful thing to look at. So they have a pretty primo spot as far as houses go. The streets have some torches that are put up in small little containers just to sort of light up the way of anybody traveling at night. It's early evening, probably closer to about 6 o'clock. The sun has just set. Then as you walk up to the house, it's a modest homestead. Um, there's a couple of boxes outside, a small little like wagon that they probably use to move stuff in and out of town for larger things. Out of the chimney that's attached to the house, you can kind of see a lot of smoke coming up. And no, actually, I think this is for both of you. Boreya, you get it because of passive perception. Neto gets it because he's a food person.
That's fair.
Foodie.
But as you walk
He's a
in,
food person.
there's an amazing smell of roasting meat and what you think might be some root vegetables coming from the house.
And I just discern that it's a pork.
I thought you were gonna
You-
say you jump off the floor and start floating
You can
towards
think
it.
it's a pork. Yes, I'm fine with you thinking it's pork.
It's pork. It's definitely pork. Hey, Blaine,
Pork. Yo,
you hear about the two flowers that started dating?
no.
Did they get a bit prickly after a while?
No, it's a budding romance.
Oh.
Damn it. I can only hate on it so much because that was pretty good. So, as you guys walk up, the homestead itself is fairly nice. It's modest, but like nicer. You'd probably put him somewhere in like middle class, upper middle class. The house is well groomed and maintained. The stonework is very nice. The the yard itself isn't anything spectacular, but it's not like overgrown with weeds, and there's a nice hedge on one side of the house.
How
As you walk
nice.
up, how nice?
How nice. Like
What are you
enough
gonna
to
do?
enough to shrink some children and throw it into.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Rounded situations going on here.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. We can finally kill the broodmother.
That'd be amazing.
Divine smite, but it's Neto's ankle.
As you approach the door, it's a very nice wooden door. It's got a little bit of the reinforced iron on it, and the hinges are made of iron, but it's well maintained. Has a little knocker on the front, and you're good to go.
Okay. I'll knock on the door with the special knocker.
With the special knocker.
That's what she said.
So, so you wait a moment, and you hear some steps from the other side of the door, and they start softly, just like step, 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 step as it gets closer to the door.
Clip, clip,
Um,
clip.
the door swings inward, and a berry that you don't normally see because he's usually completely equipped with all of his guard equipment and weapons and whatnot.
That chest is a mimic. He's been waiting to use one.
Yes. They have a pet mimic, you know.
Is that what Neto says?
That's the inner thoughts, you know.
Neto's inner thoughts.
Oh.
But yeah, so Barry stands he stands about 5. I would probably say he's about 5'9".
Fair enough.
He's got some black curly hair. The picture's very exact. He has a very well-groomed kind of goatee almost, but it's just a very low-cut beard, like along the jawline. He's very muscular, and apparently carrying all of that guard equipment around all the time really is a great workout.
Of how we're going over how in shape Barry is.
Yeah, you know, Neto will see the door swing open, just kind of like stop for a second, kind of confused.
If
like
you get his name wrong, I will punch you.
Just kind of look forward and, hi sir, we're looking for Barry, and a dinner. The smell says dinner, but
Neto, this is Barry.
no, but
Oh, it's so great that you guys came. I'm so excited. So excited to have you.
But Barry, where's your clothes? Where's your stuff?
He's wearing clothes.
I'm wearing clothes. It's just my normal clothes.
No, your normal clothes have, you know, your spear and the red blues and, you know, the hat. Where's all your normal stuff?
Oh, you're so funny.
He wears his armor
Such a great time, and he comes out and sort of like grabs you both like in the arm, like kind of like through your arms, you know, and sort of walks you into the house.
But
It's okay.
I normally wear my armor.
You what?
I normally wear my armor. Still wearing his chainmail shirt.
He's gonna walk right over to this chest. He's gonna open it up, and inside you see most of his gear. All of his basic gear is just right there. He's like, "Look, here's all my stuff. I just don't wear it when I'm at home.
But
feel free. Take your things off if you need to. Take off your shoes, whatever you need to do, and then come on in. The wife and me have been working on dinner all night."
But what if you get attacked? And he just kind of looks over Boreya and be like, "But
I think they're pretty safe inside the town walls.
But they gotta.
Don't worry about it."
And then he'll kind of just like come forward and set his, you know, his at least his spears and weapons, and kind of like look over Boreya with like taken towards like his arm guards, and just kind of waiting for the say win as he like starts unbuckling different things and setting them down next to the chest. Goes for his, you know, his
takes off all his clothes.
Starts going for his iron skirt and rolling it down.
How
drops
much
that.
are you removing exactly?
I'm waiting for Boreya to say when.
Oh, I don't know what clothes you have on underneath that. Do you just have your armor?
No, there's like some cloth pants underneath that, but it's a cloth shirt, chain shirt, pauldrons is all Jess have. So at this point, he's almost getting down to his skivvies, and it's just cloth shirt and like cloth.
You can leave some of your armor on, Neto.
Just kind of like goes back to his chain shirt, puts it back on without the pauldrons or centerpieces.
So you've now redecorated a touch.
So like
Boreya
this
won't
much.
take anything off. She'll just wait for him to be done. Oh wait, what have you got now?
Just like skivvy looking shorts and a cloth shirt with a chain shirt over it, and his bracelets.
You're
Sure,
walking around in
I'm
skivvies?
sure that'll be fine.
Okay.
How about you, Boreya? How are you dressed?
She won't take anything off. She'll just wait for Neto and walk through.
Okay, so you're like full gear still? What does that entail?
Well, she doesn't have any armor.
Well, that's true. But like you
Just-
still wear like you have a robe, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, she's
Traveling
not taking it
garbs
off.
and
Yeah, traveling clothes. Okay.
No, she'll leave everything.
Neto's definitely gonna take like a half step around and like look around the whole opening area, real confused like for a second, and look at Boreya and be like, "Where's the washing bowl? Do they not do a washing bowl? Where's the?"
I think we should just go through now.
Yeah. He just kind of turns, looks up. Hey, Barry, where's your washing bowl?
Freya's like kind of just got one hand like over her face.
There's a bit of clinking and some chair shuffling going on over in the other room there. Fixing a mess up of mine.
Fixing a mess up
Fixed.
of yours.
I fixed the thing.
Neto's trying not to walk in at least
Right.
until.
So Barry kind of you hear the stepping as he comes back around the corner. He's like, "Oh, hey, come on this way. You can wash up in the kitchen if you need."
But my feet. And he kind of like points down to what is
Well,
not very.
Are you
But
in your
the-
skivvies?
What you said you. But.
Are
I
you?
said
Sorry about him, Barry.
Oh,
you took off
hang
your
on.
armor. I took
Hang
off.
on, hang on. He, dude goes in here. You hear some rummaging happening. He comes back around the corner and closes the door behind him, comes up to you and hands you a pair of like loose brown trousers. He's like, "Here, put these on. They'll look dashing on you."
But I mean, okay, thank you. I mean, yeah. Because he goes, you put one leg after the other, a little loose, but he kind of like pulls it and kind of pinches at one side for a second, snugs himself into it, and just kind of. It looks at back at Barry and is like, "I need to wash my feet." He points back down to his very black toes.
Yeah, all right. Boreya, if you'd
where's-
like to go in and sit at the table, there's a place prepared for you.
Thank you.
Neto,
She's
please,
so
please come
really
on with me.
embarrassed by
Come
him.
on with me. And
There's a-
he's gonna take you guys outside.
You should have a washing basin, you know, in your
Oh
doorway.
god, there
for
are
your-
multiple children now.
Mm. So I'm gonna leave you right there for a second, Boreya. We're gonna come back to this. Neto, you're just following Barry as he takes you out to the well outside of his house. He grabs the bucket, he lowers it down, and he kind of brings it back up full of water. He kind of like takes the water and he's like, "Oh, all right, pull them legs up, pull the legs of the pants up. We don't want to get those
Yeah.
wet."
Neto
And
will
he's
kind of
gonna,
like
like,
just
just-
back onto the box and sit down, kind of roll it
Yeah.
up a little bit, hold
He's
his
literally
toes out.
just gonna splash your feet with the water from the bucket. He's like, "All right, how's that?"
He starts to kind of scrub some of the
Yeah, I'm
dirt off,
getting
and you
some
can
deja
actually.
vu here.
You see the actual white of his feet come through again, and he's just like, yeah, let me get another good splash, you know?
Right. When's the last time you had an actual bath? Then
Well, that would have to be the time when the Minotaur was on top of me, so it was probably at least a moon and a half ago. No, because it was still. Yeah, it was probably about 2 moons ago. I mean,
so
I
you
obviously
haven't actually had a real bath for
I mean,
2
no,
months.
I've done a sand bath and a dirt bath, but that was the last like water bath for my feet. So people don't use wash basins in their house. Can you believe it? It's kind of weird. I don't know why
It's a little
found you.
yeah, it's crazy. It's
What?
Roy. Roy, okay. Yeah, this wasn't really part of dinner plans, but yeah, come with me, and he's literally gonna take you around the back of the house. There's a big there's gonna be a big iron tub, like metal tub. He's gonna be like, all right, because we got to have you not
Why did
2
Barry's dinner result in
months
Neto having a bath? Why
2
did this
months
happen?
worth of dirt on you. Strip down. I'm just gonna throw a couple buckets on you. You can get dressed, and we go to dinner.
But you just gave me the trousers to put on. You just
Take off the trousers.
oh yes sir. Just starts to drop those, sets them back over onto the crate.
Imagine Brea just like sees our window and she's like, what the hell is happening?
Luckily, there's no windows in this direction.
Luckily.
So while this entire situation is happening, because at this point, Barry's just gonna like urge Neto to not get the clothes wet, but to be clean. So they're gonna take care of that, I think. We're gonna switch over. Boreya, as you enter into this room, I need you to roll a history check, please.
Yes. Ah. God damn it.
Okay.
Go, roll charisma.
Roll charisma. Do it. I'm on board with this. Let's see how
Don't
this
you
goes.
dare seduce Barry. Oh, thank God.
Barry just thinks you're being overly friendly because that's right up your alley. Boreya, as you kind of turn the corner, you see a very a very nice room that has the dining table. There's a piano in one side. There's a wall separating what looks to be some sort of study, and there's some small amount of bookshelves over there. The table is set nicely, some like fairly good plate, if you will, like not like your basic wooden stuff, but these ones are actually some sort of either stone or ceramic. And as you turn the corner, you see 4 people. The first one kind of takes a couple of steps forward and goes to give you a hug. Like, oh, you must be Boreya. It's so wonderful to meet you.
She'll
I
like
don't know.
awkwardly hug her back. You know, like when people are socially awkward, like that.
Yeah. So this woman gives you a huge like full hug, and you just do that thing where you hold your arms up, and kind of like awkwardly hug and do like the 2 pats on the back, right?
Mm-hmm.
She takes a step back, and she's still sort of like still in the motion of hugging and just sort of like, it's so wonderful to meet you. My name is Naomi. Barry's told me so many things about you and Neto.
Oh, that's nice.
Like, come with me. Come on. He's gonna kind of like lead you over towards the table. Wonderful. So as you sit down, Naomi motions to the young girl across the table. Says, this is Kaya. This is Barry and my daughter. She's recently just turned 10. Isn't that exciting?
That's very nice.
And I don't know if you remember, but we've become very close friends with some of the people that came from Clear Hollow. And she motions to the two people in the other two chairs, which
Oh,
your history roll, it didn't make sense before. You didn't know who they were, but now you're like, oh, wait, these people. I've seen these people.
how old are they? Is
They
like
might even
Boreya
have a
the
name.
mother?
They might even have a name. What?
Who is like one of them's a child, and one of them's like the mother, right? Or are they both children?
You never really got that information
Well,
from
I
them. But
I
that
assumed I
being
would guess
said,
by looking at them.
the age is there's an older woman who looks to probably be in her early 20s, and there's a younger boy who seems to be close in age to Kaya, probably anywhere from 9 to 12. And they both look at you, full recognition, just like in awe that you're just sitting at a table with them.
Wow, we're famous. I'll be like, oh, how are you settling in?
The little boy speaks up first. Is like, oh, it's great here. They have trees. And they have all the stuff that I like to do, and I get to run around. And there's lots of town stuff to do. And it's a big town, lots of people. There's so many people, and I get to go to the forge sometimes. And there's like all kinds of stuff in the forge, and I get to play with the stuff in there, and it's great. And sometimes I come hang out with Kaya, and it's great. And the woman sort of like just sets her hand on the boy's head, and
You should really come by our table. A really nice table. Really, really good woods. Really good table.
it's just like, shh. It's too much. The woman across the table looks at you and it's like, thank you for everything you did at Clear Hollow.
It's alright. Glad to help.
You really made a huge impact on Lewis and I.
That's nice.
At this point, Naomi gets up and you hear the chair scoot back. She's like, well, I'm going to start getting everything, out on the table. I wonder where Barry is.
Neto was having some issues.
Ah. Well, I'm sure that those two can take care of it. They're such strapping men, aren't they? He nudges you and then walks off.
She just looks sad.
So she wanders over to the kitchen, starts getting things ready, leaving you three, Kaya and Lewis, kind of be like doing their own thing, sort of like poking each other, like kids. The woman in the corner seat, kind of like is trying not to like stare at you, but manages to keep getting caught staring at you. And this is a good point to transition back over to Neto.
Neto.
There's my 8 on charisma.
So Neto, you've you've been in this big metal tub, and Barry has thrown probably a good 8-9 buckets of water on you, and Barry's looking a little exasperated. He's like, "How are you not clean yet?"
You
Oh,
know,
it's the last
when
one.
Barry is getting tired of you.
This is the last one, sir. The moon's it looks great tonight. Thanks for asking. Anyway, here I'm gonna pour this last bucket on you. We're gonna draw you off, and we're gonna get back in for dinner.
Yeah, and absolutely. This is a nice, a nice sized tub. How did you like? The only thing that make this better is if you had like, the river stream coming. I know y'all like don't have the river stream, but like, at least like, yeah, you should bring some salts out here. They really help, add to the ambience or something.
At this point, he just dumps the last bucket of water on you, just straight over the head.
But with the the actual ability to, oh fuck, whew. Yeah, no, it really add to everything. Whew.
So it's like probably end of summer. I'm gonna go with end of summer. So it's not cold out yet, but like it's still brisk out.
Yeah, and covered in water.
He wanders off. So Barry wanders back inside for a moment. Boreya, you would hear him kind of stomp off into the room to the side. You hear a door open. Shut. Comes back out to Neto and gives Neto what looks to be some sort of like towel.
You know,
Alright. So here you are then. Go ahead and dry off, get dressed. Come on in for dinner. I'm gonna head in now and help out.
yeah, no, you know, accept the towel now
Oh, wow,
nicely.
Barry helps dinner.
But well, just kind of like look right past the edge of the tub at at the ground and the dirt, and just be like, yeah, but how,
You gonna make him carry you?
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And he just kind of like continues drying.
Thank God. So Barry sees you kind of looking at the ground, looking off at the thing. He's like, ugh. Goes over, gathers all the clothing, and he brings it back to the edge of the tub. And like lays it over the edge, you know, where it won't get wet. All right, there you go. Now you don't have to get dirty.
Well, yeah, but like I would feel really bad if I track dirt inside. Like I'll figure it out. I got it. I got it. I'll see you inside in a second.
That's great. That's great. I can't wait. Yeah, we'll see you inside. Don't take too long now.
You're gonna like
And then
parkour across the boxes, get to the door.
Nope. Okay, everything's fine.
everything's good. Great. So Barry comes wandering back in, Boreya, as you notice the woman in the corner kind of like trying not to stare at you, right? Barry walks in, says, well, everybody, seems you've all been acquainted. I'm sure you remember Rael and Lewis.
Yeah, no, I wasn't paying attention, sorry.
No.
It's not like me to zone out, I know.
No, of course not. Barry walks in, addressing kind of the group. He's like, oh, I see that everybody's been acquainted. I'm sure, Boreya, you remember Rael and Lewis.
Yes, I do. I'm glad they're settling in.
It's so wonderful what you did for them and everybody in Clear Hollow.
I'm very
I'm
glad
gonna-
I could help.
We'll go help Naomi. Feel free to have a conversation. We'll be right back.
Where's
Kind of
Neto?
wander in. He was getting dressed last I saw as he walks through the threshold into the kitchen.
Blaine, can I get a
Alright.
general ping of where the tub exactly was?
For reference, I would probably say the tub was probably back here somewhere.
And how tall's the house?
That is.
It's a
Oh,
one
that's pretty good
story.
roll. I was thinking 12 is.
Yeah, he's got a great
So-
athletics.
Now, and he
yeah.
has his courtesy, so once getting up there, he's gonna try and walk quietly across the top. How
I have
tall that
18
stuff
passive
is.
perception. Please tell me I hear him.
All right, Neto. So you're trying to walk quietly on the house.
Across the top, back
Please
to the
roll
front
me a
door.
stealth roll.
Please get like a 17, just so I can hear it.
Hey!
Wow,
Oh my
that's
God.
pretty great.
Oh my god.
So, Neto, you finally you get dressed. You're feeling good. This is the first time you've been like fully clean since that time that the halfling dumped the water on you and Rex. So you get everything on and you're feeling squeaky good, and you climb up on top of the house because apparently that's like the most direct route to the door.
It stays out of
But-
the dirt.
You know, you're conscious that there's people inside. You don't want to be rude, so you sneak across real quietly. To everyone else in the house, it sounds like maybe a cat or something is sort of running around on the roof. Boreya, you've heard this sound too many times. You know exactly what's on the roof.
So
you
we're just gonna like
kinda-
lean forward, put both her hands on her head, just look sad.
Almost like you have a headache. Yeah.
So,
Neto, you climb up here and you start making your way just across the roof. And then you realize the door's over here, so you come over here.
Yep, just kind of like peering around, trying to find it nice and quietly. And as I get, to the edge of it, just kind of make sure that I land on the actual steps and not like anywhere near the dirt.
So you look carefully, you double check, triple check. It's stone. You're good. You drop down, landing with pretty good grace, I'll say, based on that athletics roll. The door in front of you is still open for you to come in. So
Nice courtesy walks in and kind of like start walking this weird half circuit around the carpet, half not trying to drag your field away, but definitely making sure there's no dirt left on.
Look at him
Alright.
being all
Before,
considerate.
taking this nice little walk on in, and
Boreya, you hear a shuffling on some sort of carpeted surface. No one else is
there-
going to notice this, but you do.
is there anything on the walls here in the hallway?
Not really. It's a fairly narrow hallway. There's not a whole lot on the walls. Actually, there's not anything on those walls. It's just plain walls.
Okay, yeah, just
Yeah.
kind of looking around at the the woodworks and the back and forth, just kind of mindlessly walking down the hallway down at this point. Barefoot.
Neto, roll history.
If you're around me, I'm gonna be kind of upset.
What history?
Oh my god. What are people? We exist.
People,
All right.
there are people there at the things.
Neto, you see some people over here, and the only one you
Yep.
know is Boreya, so you just like, oh, okay, and you continue
Do I-
wandering around doing your own thing.
Do I know what the back of Borea's head looks like?
Not that well.
Actually, yeah, I usually walk in the backs.
Just kind of like walk in, like make eye contact with a couple of them, just kind of like give this nod and just walk over
When I
here.
had
Like
him shuffling, I would have like
pleasantries.
looked over though. Like when I had him shuffling in the hall, I would have like turned to see him.
Yeah, just kind of like look over and just kind of give like this little half wave nod, just like yep, and then walk over here to start looking at the books and side thing.
If
Interest
he
on
disappears around that corner, she will get up to go babysit him.
interest onto this antler thing. Just kind of
Yeah, she's gonna be like, I'm sorry, I'll be right back, and then go follow him.
wait.
So
This is the
Neto-
window.
It is a window. It's not supposed to be light outside, but this is not my map, so
Okay, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
I realized I'm like that's a window. You said
it's a
the
window. Yeah. So Neto, as you walk up, you do see a large beast of some kind. It doesn't look necessarily like
I
anything that
do-
you're familiar with.
I do have to go for like 10 minutes now, but
Amazing. Okay.
Neto gets free reign.
So Neto
Fuck
gets
off.
free reign. I can pause. We can pause for 10 minutes if we need to. We'll do that.
Alternatively, what kind of animal is this?
Let's do.
Nature? Investigation?
Yeah, probably
Insight?
nature, right? Yeah. Runeterra doesn't have moose. Wouldn't matter.
no. Wouldn't matter.
So Neto, you see this strange looking animal of some kind. It's the weirdest looking animal you've ever seen. It has weird antlers. They're not in any kind of like curvy fashion. They're just sort of weirdly jagged and jutty.
Mm-hmm. And just kind of like, staring at it for a good second, really, trying to scratch his brain to think why something would have this big of a head with no body. Like, it doesn't make sense. Where's the rest of her?
Where is it? That's so weird. So yeah, you just sitting there staring at it. At this point, Boreya will be coming up behind you and kind of about to interact, which is where I'm gonna say we stop for 5 minutes for her to come back.
Oh. Yeah, no,
I'm gonna leave this thing like we could talk. Yeah.
yeah, no. So definitely Neto thing. Households for Mount Targon, they have washed clean basins, almost if you would a bidet in the front parlor areas. So as you come in, you wash up before entering.
That is very good information, actually.
That's why also Neto thinks it's okay to bathe outdoors. That's normal, but
Right, that makes sense.
D&D addictions, never heard of them. Sal, cue the Sal.
So, what's a D&D addiction?
What's a D&D
Huh?
addiction? What's a D&D addiction?
It's like an obsessive compulsion to one D&D consuming your entire life.
Now, do we know anybody with such a problem?
I don't know. You'd have to ask.
We have to ask Nymeria or maybe Ford if they know anybody.
Do you think you know someone with a D&D addiction?
Oh, no. That would be like saying, you know, an alcoholic. Like, you don't really know until you know, you know?
Yeah.
I see at least
I
a couple of people in this chat with a D&D addiction.
No.
I don't know if you don't know Andy.
Yeah, I don't know until you know, you know? So, you gotta know. You know what they say about assumptions.
Yeah,
Blaine.
the flower joke when they announced the location of Barry's home, that was very well timed.
I had another good one, but it was, you know, gotta space him out, and I didn't want to just keep pushing flower jokes. But he said he brought up a flower palace, and I was like, ah, perfect, flower jokes.
All the flower jokes. I mean, it is aptly located on the map. Ooh, he's got this wonderful look down view on the flowers.
Yeah, you know, got
Yeah.
that up process.
Right? Actually, I'm just happy I finished this map entirely. This took a long time.
It did.
Yeah. I've been working on it on and off for like 3 days.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's also really detailed, so, you know.
There's a lot in here that I'm, you know, looking about at. Neto was gonna make a joke about looking at the books, but just kind of like get them books and get moving.
There's not a whole lot going on here for Neto.
Yeah. I like the character tokens. Yeah, and yes, Barry is hot. So
Barry is hot. Yeah, we spent a while picking out tokens for Barry, to be honest.
who's the we? Wait a second.
I was bored. I was like, hey, go find me some tokens.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Who chose berries?
I mean, in the end, I chose all of them, but
Okay.
I
You
don't
made
remember
him
who
choose like
found it.
out of a
I
couple.
think, did Ford find it, or was that me that found that one? I think I found Barry and Naomi. I think Ford found Kaya, and then I gave Sal a job to find the other two, the
There you
ones
go.
from Clear Hollow.
St. Louis.
St. Louis?
St. Louis.
Why St. Louis?
Future professions. He doesn't know it yet, but he's gonna be a saint one day.
One day. Yeah, so I liked this little map. I was trying to find a quick little one for Barry's house, and I was like, this is really nice. I feel like this is a Barry house.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to use my living room joke, but you know, I don't see us for a reason to get into any kind of altercation and/or combat.
No, not really.
But if I have to threaten Barry's life, we're taking it outside.
But if I had to, why would you threaten Barry's life? What did Barry ever do to you?
I don't know.
Lord.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah.
Your mama's so fat
Ooh.
that when Legolas killed her, Gimli counted it as 2.
Ooh. Okay. I see. Hey, Blaine.
What?
During a zombie apocalypse, what's the safest place to be?
I don't actually know.
The living room, because The Walking Dead can't make it there.
Oh my god. Ah! It hurts me internally.
Told you I had living room jokes.
You got more living room jokes?
Well, the other one is literally just the threat of, let's take this shit outside. I can't kill you in the living room.
Oh,
I have a joke.
Oh?
okay. What's the joke?
What do flowers bathe in?
Flowers bathe in?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you got.
Incense.
Ooh. Bathe in sense.
Amazing.
You don't get it?
I know. I do. In sense, but like. Yeah.
I didn't hear the first part of it.
I asked, what do flowers bathe in?
Like take a bath in. Yeah.
Flowers?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Incense.
It reminds me of my other one of
Gross.
the new the new technology for the, mind controlled air freshener.
I remember that one.
Yeah. Mind controlled air
Mm-hmm.
freshener.
Yep. Makes sense when you think about it.
God damn it.
This is still very great. Why is that Nymeria looking person just showing up there alone?
I don't know. I'm very confused too. She's just around in the Twitch chat.
Eventually, but like,
Okay, I'm switching 1 sec.
I wait till. No, I'll leave that alone. What's up, buddy? What's
Wait till Barry says so. Is that where we're
Yeah,
going?
there you go. Yeah, that's where we're going. That's what I was
Hello.
thinking. Welcome back.
Thank you. So, are we gonna be able to do the Damon talk today, or are you gonna have to go get your haircut?
It'll probably be later because this one will have to end within the next half an hour, the most. Yeah, it really was a 10-minute break.
Where'd you go?
I'm in a break. Ford has this air of mystery around her that she has absolutely no intent of breaking.
Yeah, she's been in the group for like 4 years. Don't hardly know nothing about her.
It's been 3.
Well, in
It
a
was
long
20
time.
It was 2020.
Long enough where I get it confused.
Yeah.
When did I join this server?
There's a welcome channel somewhere.
Well, this seems like a good time to take another call real quick while I'm waiting.
Well, it says 2022, but Andy, I've known you for like 5 or 6 years.
Oh yeah, we've known each other for a while. You're talking about this specific server or not? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Mm. Okay, let me make that look big.
Well, great dinner.
What you have for dinner? Oh, where's your mind for this dinner?
I'm talking about that thing.
I'm trying to honestly think.
Did Blaine send you the little short that he sent me?
On Instagram, probably. I did get a thing from
No.
him.
Not an Instagram thing, on Discord.
Oh.
You would know.
Probably not. The party's favorite NPC in danger? That was the last one he sent me.
No, I meant like a little short story.
Oh, no.
Hmm.
I still gotta go through your stuff.
you haven't yet,
I'm
this is a
not.
great time to do that.
Exactly. That was a great time to do it. I had a very chaotic day, and I got really annoyed really fast at one point.
That's fair.
The long story short for that was quite literally, like, as I got home, I went out and I got an oh, it is that. Right. I went out shopping, grabbed a couple more things today, because I went grocery shopping yesterday, but today was grabbing like soap refiller for my hand soap, and I got a new razor for other things. But like, everything got really annoying really fast when it was shit like one thing didn't want to come out of the bag, so I had to drop another thing and use two hands just to pull something out of a plastic bag. And then when I opened the lid, the little plastic, like it literally just like a snap top, right? Lid top to a squirt bottle.
Yeah.
I opened the lid, and the little plastic rim on the inside, where I have to take off the actual top, pull the thing off, that was there. So like, cool. Then when I go shut the lid, it pinched my finger, and I was like, bitch. And then I take the top off, and the little plastic thing was still in the top, not attached to the bottle. So I had to find something to poke through the top to get it out of there. And I'm like, meh. Like nothing was working. And then right as I was getting annoyed with this, and I had placed something on my bathroom like shelf, right where I normally put my phone. Because I wasn't actually doing anything. I was just going in and out of the bathroom at the time. But I was working with this, and someone started calling me, and I was like, "Stop!" Everything is just happening all at once, and I ended up fucking tossing my phone. And then they got annoyed. He's like, "Why didn't you answer my phone call?" And I was all like, "You didn't text me before you called. You just called. I am not obligated to answer your call. If you shotgun call me, we have an issue."
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, but I had it was a good 10 minutes, especially right as I wanted to get in the shower. That was all I was trying to do was finish everything to go shower for the day. And everything went to shit within 5 minutes. Forward, welcome back. That was 14 minutes.
I'm
15
sorry.
minutes.
Unbelievable.
Neto's been
I literally joined
unattended.
the second I got back home.
I know. It's gonna be a hard time. Everybody think you're ready though?
Yeah, I just need to reopen Forge.
I think I'll be ready.
I think I can.
Oh. Is she actually alive?
Mhm.
I can't tell. I saw her thing light up green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's ready. Oh. What? We heard you say
trying
yeah.
to fix
What?
my.
What?
Oh, I know what's happening. I have
Too much shit open.
I do. Yeah. There. Fixed it. I was very confused because I had Nymeria sitting right where
I'm kind
Boreya
of
is
scared
sitting.
what all these checks are about.
Yeah.
What checks?
Who knows? Checks. Okay. So bringing us back in, guys. Neto, you've been really distracted by this very odd-looking animal, and
Did
it
you do
seems to
anything
be
while I was gone? Or
not really.
okay.
We
just checking.
discussed the animal and how weird it is that it's only half of an animal, or how it's a floating head.
Wonder how that happened.
I know. Boreya, you did approach Neto from behind. He's very enamored with this
That's what she
antlered beast.
Mhm.
Oh, is that it? I'll just say,
That's
Neto,
it.
are you gonna come
That's
sit
it.
down?
Yep. And then he just without fully turning his head and still looking at this thing, just, huh? What?
Oh god, why is he so obsessed with it? Is it something from Rune Terror, or is he just weird?
Why don't you ask him?
Is that animal special in some way?
It doesn't make sense. How's it got all these bones on the outside and the head's so big, but it's either got a really tiny body or there's no body. And
Have you
how
seen
did
a deer before?
a what?
A
This
deer.
is someone's wife?
No, a deer is a kind of animal. That's the
Mm.
head of one.
But I mean, it kind of looks like a head. I thought you said deer is how you address someone's significant other.
They're spelt differently, but
What?
they sound the same.
Uh,
I told you the language is confusing.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know it's confusing, but like, you said that you have a deer that you have as a wife, and then you have a deer that you start a letter with. But like,
Yeah,
now
those are
this is also a
spelled the
deer.
same. Yeah, that's spelled Deer.
That's how you start a letter, right?
No, Dear is how you start a
Oh,
letter.
man, you know, yeah, we'll do the writing again later, I guess. I don't.
Okay.
It's still weird. And then we'll kind of just, turn around, just kind of wander back over, looking back over his shoulder to the deer, to the wife.
To the wife. Is there anything in this room that you guys want to check out? You hear some sort of like low
What
hushed
is this paper?
whispers coming from over here. The paper. Well, are you gonna just like blatantly pick it up, or are you trying to like sneakily
I
look
always
at
like
it?
look over at it.
Passive perception's high enough. I'll give that to you. The paper just seems to be plans for the town fort and like rotations of schedules and stuff. Kind of like a rough sketch of that.
Okay, so I know when Barry's on schedule.
You'd have to probably take a closer look at
God
it to
damn
know
it.
that.
The next time Super shows up, just like, Barry, I know you're out there.
Neto's gonna kind of like walk up to Boreya as he's looking down at the table and like look back at her and just kind of like go to tap her on the shoulder, but like really slow because he notices that she's like not moving. So it's a good like 5 seconds of his hand kind of going forward until it makes contact with his shoulder. It's not even a poke or a tap. It's literally just place his finger on shoulder.
What are you doing?
You said we gotta go, and then you stood here, and then I thought you were stuck, so I was trying to check if you could move. And he kind of
Okay,
like gives a little
let's
push.
go. Like, once again, the hand on the head, like she has a headache.
So you two head back to the table. At
As
this
I sit
point,
down, I'll. Oh, wait, continue.
at this point, while you guys were behind the wall area there, you come back and the table was already set, but now in the center of it is a handful of like small, modest dishes, but they're probably grander dishes than normal. You have like bowls of roasted cooked potatoes and some random vegetables. They look like carrots and like broccoli, stuff like that. The main centerpiece, however, is a large hunk of what looks to be like a slow roasted meat.
What was?
That was a cool sound. What was that?
But Neto pulls his hand back up from this in front of him and just, I didn't expect it to make noise. What is this?
Oh.
Yeah, that took a whole second. At this point, Kaya kind of looks over and pipes
Boreal
up.
once again just has a headache.
Has a headache. She pipes up. That's a piano. I play that sometimes. My mom taught me.
You
Kind
can
of
play the
like
piano?
Neto kind of startled, turn around because he just kind of like looks over back at the kitchen and just like, hi, yeah, what?
Yeah.
It's like the instrument the halfling plays, Neto. It's just a different kind.
No, but you can't. He looks back over at Naomi, and, well, which he doesn't know the name of, but looks back over and is like, you can carry this thing?
So the kid's gonna run over here. Be like, no, watch. She's gonna play a couple of notes. And she's gonna be like, see? And it makes a really nice like little song, like 8 notes and like a little ditty. It's like, see? That's how you play it.
Neto wants to
You-
like half study it and just kind of like hear her do the thing and just kind of like nod with it for a second. He's just like, so like you can, but what if? Okay, and just kind of like it's slowly getting to him. It's processing.
It's like a slow bird. At this
Watching-
point, Naomi is going to walk back into the room and be like, everything's ready. Barry's coming in with the last bits. and then we can all have dinner. So at this point, Kaya kind of like skips around the back here, back in her seat.
Net'll, take the key, take the cue, and come sit in his actual fucking chair.
His actual.
As he
Barry
sits down,
comes
I'll
out.
look away. I
Barry
was
comes
gonna
out with the
introduce
last
him to
stuff.
them too.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, as Neto sits down, I'll look to Rael and Louis. Like, is it Louis or is it Lewis?
Lewis and Rael.
Okay. I'll look to them too and just be like, this is Neto. He was also in Clear Hollow, if you remember.
And
You do not remember.
yeah, Neto just kind of like looks over Brea, and he's like, no, I'm not from Clear Hollow.
They're from Clear Hollow.
What? Like, how long ago?
They were part of the townspeople.
Which they like separated from him, or like, huh? Looking over back at Rael and Louis, and just kind of huh? But so they're not from. They're not a part of Clear Hollow, but like they're from Clear Hollow.
They were part of the townspeople in Clear Hollow.
At this point, everybody's sort of just been like watching you, like the heads turning back and forth, right? As you discuss this. Rael sort of like leans forward a little bit. She's like, "You saved the town, remember? You broke into our house where we were hiding."
Oh,
I didn't break into any houses. Wait. I I fought the lizard things, and we went through the town. We fought some more lizard things, and
Neto, remember when we went into the house and we talked to the woman and her child?
I remember. Oh, can I get another history check on this real quick? Actually,
Are you trying to remember what exactly?
specifically the Minotaur picking up the one and putting it in a window.
Yeah. Go ahead and try and remember that. That's good.
I remember the Minotaur tried. I remember he put his hands on the waist of the other one, and there was a fire, and someone sang something. No,
Did they?
no, but there was. No, but there was a dog. There was definitely a dog. I remember the dog, and it had, not blue fur.
Ray's just silly, just sitting there, like hands on her head, just like in pain.
That'll look over at the female across from him and just be like, if you remember the dog there, it ran around a lot. I'm pretty sure it had like, weird curly horns coming out of the top of its head, and it like scampered through that buildings.
At this point, everybody's sort of like looking at you, like
I am eye contact with the female across from me, waiting for her answer.
She continues to maintain that eye contact and is just sort of like, I don't remember a dog, but you came to the town when that Blackfoot clan was there and managed to cleanse them and make them leave. The recovery was terrible, and she kind of like looks down for a second as if reliving something before looking back up. But we're very thankful that you came when you did. We were able to leave Clear Hollow and come here and make a new life for ourselves. So thank you.
Ooh, one of my mamas, she told me that it takes a couple of months to make new life. Yep.
It has been a couple of months.
No, but you're making a new one? Congratulations, right?
It's not quite what I meant. I meant we moved to a new town to start a new life, not
Yeah,
to have more.
you're
Not
starting a new thing, new one for him. I mean, well, I mean, I was told it takes some dancing to make it happen, but
No, sir, that's not what she's talking about.
what?
Rail looks visibly upset about anything to do with starting life or relationship or pregnancy or anything like that. She looks very upset and uncomfortable with the conversation. You kind of see this almost sad emptiness
Hold
that
on,
kind
you
of
brought up this
reflects in her
poor
eyes.
woman's trauma.
What are you talking about?
You have
You see
passive
nothing,
perception.
Boreya. You see that.
What are you talking about?
Barry
I don't
interrupts.
know.
He's like, all right, everybody. It's so wonderful we could have you all here. It's great that the Neto and Boreya were able to come and enjoy this wonderful dinner. We actually got a rather nice pot of meat for this one. And he like kind of takes out the carving knife and like prepares the carving. He's like, and how hungry is everybody tonight? We eat like kings.
Neto just definitely like kind of nodding along. He's just like, yes, very hungry. Yep. And he kind of looks down at the pots and looks back around and is just like, so you got like 2 pots here.
Yeah, there's not a lot. Like it's a big dinner, but it's not like your feasting that you generally do at the tavern. It's more of like a modest dinner.
An appetizer.
For Neto, it's probably just an appetizer. So Barry proceeds to cut a hefty portion of the meat. He's like, "Oh, I know Mr. Neto here. I know he likes his food." He cuts it and he puts it on a plate. Takes big amounts of the sides, like the potatoes and the vegetable melody thing, and he sort of like sets it on the table. It gets passed down. Naomi picks it up, passes it to Boreya.
I'll just pass it then over to him.
Yeah. So this continues for everybody. Everybody else gets a more reasonable portion. There are some leftovers on like the plates in the center, but not a whole lot. Like maybe another normal plate's worth of leftover food. And Barry just sort of like looks around. He's like, "All right, everybody, this is wonderful. So dig in, and then while we're eating, we're gonna go around the table. We're gonna say whatever we're happiest about today." Uh,
What have we done today?
you don't know. It doesn't have to be today. It could be like something recent. Something we've done recently that's made us happy. It's like, I'll start. So recently, I was able to invite our very good friends, it's the people who saved Matai and saved Clear Hollow, to bring them to the table, and absolutely, it's just a wonderful opportunity. How about you, wife? And Naomi's
Why?
Naomi's gonna kind of perk up, be very excited. She's like, I get to be married to you. That's great.
Aww.
Yeah. Kaya's gonna look at Lewis and kind of make that like puking good gesture.
Curiosity, has anybody started eating at this point?
Yeah,
You have.
everybody's picking up their food, like eating their food, just as
Neto
people
has
are
not
talking.
started eating yet.
He hasn't.
Nope. He's still just kind of like awkwardly kind of holding his hands in his center, listening and watching.
Is he waiting for
What?
more food?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, that is not the right roll. That would
That
have
was
been a good
almost a
roll
1.
though.
Hey, that was great.
Still great rolls, shit.
Oh, 2 great rolls.
So Barry's gonna kind of wave at Kaya to like knock it off. He's gonna kind of look over and Boreya, I assume you have started to eat at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Then Barry's gonna notice that you have not started eating. Rael also is hardly touching her food, just more like pushing it around the plate. Like, oh, so it's at the end of the table there. What's going on, you two? Why aren't you eating this wonderful dinner that Naomi spent so much time on?
Oh, yeah, no, looks great. Could can I step outside real quick?
Oh,
He kind of
yeah.
like scoots back for his chair,
No,
and
like before he goes, I want to like whisper to him, "Do not get on the roof again."
and he kind of just like he pauses with that, and he kind of like I want him to like not even get out of his chair, but to like lean far enough back, and then start scooching the chair halfway back across the room, trying to see the window again to see how much light is outside. Because it was evening coming in.
It was evening with the sun setting when you got here. So at this point, there is no sun.
Yeah, so he just kind of like fully like leans back, trying to see the window, scooting all the way back, and then scoots it back forward, dragging it all the way through. And he just kind of like looks back at Boreya, and he's like, "But I gotta but
You
I
need
gotta go
to
up.
be on the roof for it.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is. I didn't get to say goodbye." He's trying to say quietly.
Don't take forever. The food will get cold.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't.
Naomi's gonna lean back a little bit and be like, Neto, dear, is there anything that I can help you with?
Do you
You
do you know
where
which
the sun is?
do you know where the tallest tree is?
Neo, here, it's just right outside.
Yeah,
Just two houses down.
Yeah, I'll be just a moment. Just
Where are you
Just-
going, dear?
I'm sorry about him.
Oh, all right then. Yeah, that seems about right.
Ray's just been depressed this whole dinner.
A little bit, yeah.
if there was any bread on the plate, Neto has it with him.
Why bread
Um,
specifically?
Actually,
It's
I did
easiest to
not
go
say
for.
bread, so no, there's not actually bread.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
It's
surprising.
easiest to
but
go
yeah.
food.
He didn't
but-
grab like the leg of lamb or whatever food it was. I don't know.
It's just
It's a
a
pork.
sliced hunk of
Oh,
meat
okay.
of some kind. We'll go with pork, seeing as
Neto smelled pork.
right. Okay. Well, at this point, everybody sort of continues to eat, and everybody has like some passing conversation. Mostly Naomi talking with Kaya about whether or not she
Oh,
practiced her
Jesus,
piano, and Neto's climbing a tree 2 doors down.
That's so. If he climbs the tallest tree, does he get anything? Any amount of light, or has it been too long?
It's been too long. There's no light at all. The moon is up.
Yeah.
How long would he be gone for? Because if he's gone for too long, I will go get him.
It's probably like he'll be gone for about 5 to 10 minutes. It's enough time for everyone to have basic conversation about their days and eat all of their food, including you, if you so choose to eat all
Once
your
I've
food.
finished.
Then yeah. So everybody's finished up their food. Rail ate a couple of bites, but whatever Neto said seems to have
Sorry,
upset
people
her.
came in halfway through when I was talking.
Mhm.
Neto just kind of like quiet, not trying to be quiet, but just kind of just walks in, pulls his chair back, and kind of just slumps into it a little bit, and kind of not elbows, but kind of leans on the table a little bit, and picks up his fork and just kind of kind of starts eating that not the warmest food anymore, but like going at it.
Naomi's gonna kind of lean back, and be like, "Are you okay, dear?
I want to heat up the food.
Do you have a spell for that?"
Prestidigitation can warm.
Up to 1 cubic feet of non-living material.
Okay. Do you want to make it an obvious cast?
I'm not trying to hide it. I'll just do it.
Okay. Yeah. So
And
as
if you just
you
like flex our hand towards him or something.
Yeah, as you flick your hand, the plate, which is definitely not steaming, and you know, some of the vegetables are starting. You know, when you leave food out that was hot and it starts to like
Mush.
turn that, yeah. All of a sudden, the whole plate has steaming food on it again, and you can visibly see it rising up from the plate. Because it wasn't super hidden or anything, you know, the kids at the table were watching and notice the flick of the wrist, and they see the food start to steam again, and they're like, "Whoa, do it again!"
Is there anything
Neto's
else on
going.
the table?
Uh, there is the leftover bits of food on the table, like enough for like one plate or for some kids to snack at it.
I want to try and juggle with Mage Hand.
I think this should be an Arcana check.
Okay.
What are you juggling? The plates?
I feel like that could go so wrong. I've forgotten what was on the table.
A bowl of vegetables, a bowl of roasted potatoes, and a plate with the remainder of the roast.
It's fine. I can do it. It'll be fine. Okay, you know. Look at that!
Wow!
I want to juggle the bowls, by the way.
Amazing. So using Mage Hand, you sort of create it. I'm at it's a purpley floaty hand. Yeah, is that what you
Yeah.
imagine it to be?
Just a yeah. Yeah.
A spectral hand.
Yeah.
So the one spectral hand that comes out, it sort of picks up the bowl of potatoes and throws it in the air, and it moves quickly over to the bowl of vegetables, throws it in the air, it goes over the plate, throws it in the air, and then it just keeps this rotation going. And you just sort of wave your fingers, like a couple of fingers in a really slow motion to kind of like make it happen. And the bowls just keep getting tossed around, and the kids are enraptured. They're just like, "Oh my god!" Naomi looks like she's having a good time watching these antics, and she's a little nervous about the nice plate, but like, you know.
Don't worry, I rolled a 20.
And Barry's like, "Oh yeah, this is some great entertainment right here, right? Absolutely. We should have some music." At which point, he kind of takes a look over at Kai, and he's like, "You've been practicing, right?" Like, "Yes." Like, "Why don't you go play whatever your current favorite tune is?" All right. So she gets up, she goes over, and Lewis kind of follows her and stands next to her. She starts to play a wonderful little ditty. I didn't put together a ditty, but I wish I did.
Did he?
A little ditty. Like Peter Pumpkin Eater or something, right? I assume everybody's heard that.
Can we get a performance check out of Kaya?
Oh yeah,
I
that's
think we
absolutely
should.
gonna happen. I'm gonna give it to her with advantage though.
She's been practicing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
She don't need it.
You don't need no for
Doesn't
fucking
need it.
no.
Oh,
It is the most beautiful rendition of Peter Pumpkin Eater you have ever heard. And it almost brings you to tears. It did bring Naomi to tears, and Barry has a little sniffle going on, just like, "But I'm so happy she's so good at it."
Neto kind of like perks up with the first bits of the piano and kind of leans back to watch her doing it again, just like purely intently staring at her hands.
Go ahead and roll perception for me. You're having a really hard time keeping up with those fingers. They're just moving so quickly that like your brain can't comprehend it fast enough.
You trying to learn?
Trying to.
So as the tunes happen, excuse me, Rail seems to perk up a little bit. Naomi and Barry gather up all the remaining plates, including, well, not including the ones that are being juggled right now. I don't know how long you want to juggle those for.
You juggle them into the kitchen.
Once she got up to start playing, I'll like put them all down.
Okay. Yeah.
Neto wants to, as he's finishing up his food, he'll I want him to kind of like half get out of the chair, but he's really just gonna like roll onto his knees, and I want him to kind of like half, not crawl, but walk over next to Kaya, who would be about the same height at that point.
About, yeah,
And
yeah.
kind of, next to the piano, and just kind of like watch over her, and just kind of point a little bit, like, can you show me how to do that?
Kaya's gonna kind of look at you and be like, yeah, okay. Lewis kind of scoots off over to the side here. You two sort of, not really share the stool. She takes the stool, but you're just kneeling there, and she kind of shows you how to do the keys on one side of the piano, and then points to the keys that you need to do on the other. So, what I need you to do for me is a performance roll.
With
Yeah.
advantage because Kaya rolled a 20. Oh, he doesn't need it.
He does not need it. With a teacher who is as skilled as Kaya, you managed to learn the basic tune of Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater, though you can't play it at the same emotional level as Kaya. You are able to play it now. You can totally put that into your character bio.
Knows how to play the piano.
Learns how to play Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater on the piano. And you are excited and you keep going at it. Barry's just sort of chuckling and watching. Naomi gathers up all the dishes. Sort of nudges Boreya. It's just like, hey, come here. And they wander off. Well, she wanders into the kitchen with all the dishes. Fake
Oh,
Boreya.
like grab the other plates if there were any left.
Yeah. So she just sets them on. I'm going to assume there's magical sync in here because there should be.
And then she tells me about Sentry's plans to kill her.
Absolutely. Kind of leans in close to you and she's like,
You need help.
like, oh, I heard you were an angel.
I'm an Asimov.
But you have wings?
In a sense, they only last for a certain amount of time.
Well, that's still really amazing. Varys told me that you flew across the battlefield and saved one of his friends.
I did. Part-time angel.
Neto's gonna want to like ask Kaya if she can play another song, and as she does,
collection.
Are you
he
trying
wants
to learn
to-
multiples?
no, he's gonna try and play a song with her.
Oh, like in conjunction?
Slightly.
Are you doing Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater?
No, Neto's gonna kind of stand up and take a step back, but kind of like face towards the piano, like 90 degrees off from it, and he's gonna hold both his hands off to the side by his hips.
Okay.
And he's gonna cast the minor illusion because it gives you the sound of beating drums. So he's gonna like in the air go tip tap with his hands, and it's gonna sound like two different drums.
Amazing. Okay. All right. So you're gonna play you Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater on the drums.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
I am going to inspire myself as well with this performance
Phenomenal.
check.
Oh my god.
Wow.
28,
28 when you have a +4.
That's
This is the
pretty damn
best
good.
song we've ever heard.
So, all right.
I'm
So
playing
even
the
from-
air drums.
Amazing. Where are these during this session?
Even from the other room, Boreya and Naomi both hear this as Kaya is playing at full tune on the piano, and it's almost at that same level of beautiful enactment that she did before. But you also hear these like really loud drums, like that deep sort of drum sound you get. And it's just Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater, except I
With a
guess
snare and
modern.
bass. With a snare and bass.
The modern Pumpkin Eater. And everybody sort of like gets excited and starts clapping along. It's like doo 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 doo. So everybody gets into it and everybody's having a fun time. And Lewis is sort of running around, super excited. And Naomi is just smiles happily, like, oh, her family's having a good time. It's very nice. She's super excited. Yeah.
I want to extend a hand out to Barry, who's still kind of like sitting down as he's like still kind of half tapping. He'll stop with one hand, kind of open his hand out like he's inviting Barry to come play the drum.
To come play the drum?
Yeah. So like as his.
So Barry's gonna give you a really odd look. He's gonna kind of walk over and he's like, "Oh, I don't really know what you're looking for." And he's just gonna grab your hand.
He'll like, as his hand comes out, he puts his hand, palm down, and as if he's putting something into Barry's hand. He kind of puts it there and wraps Barry's hands closed, and will bring it closer as if to like kind of tap in the air. And every time he brings Barry's hands down, he's gonna make a drum sound, even though he's not actually hitting anything.
Right. So every time Barry hits that point in the air, it makes a sound. Okay. So we have Barry. After a second or two, Barry gets what you're doing. He's like, "Oh, this is cool," and he starts to like tap it randomly at random intervals. But you manage to keep up with the drum sound. So instead of it being Modern Pumpkin Eater, it's just a bunch of banging. But Barry's having a great time.
That's what she said.
And then he'll, with that, he'll kind of also reach out his other hand to Lewis, who's running around as well, and kind of try and offer him a nothing stick as well.
So Lewis also gets the other drum. Kaya's out here playing the piano. Everybody's doing a terrible enactment at this point because Lewis is just going bananas on this magic drum. But it's a good time, and everybody laughs and has a great time, and it seems like the dinner was a success. Boreya, you have an opportunity to talk to Naomi if you'd like. But that's not necessary.
I've got more entertainment up my sleeves if she doesn't.
Sorry, I died. I'm back. People keep talking to me at the worst times. Literally, I'm sitting here listening to Neto play the drums, and then when I have to do something.
So Neto's playing the drums, Lewis and Barry are now playing the drums, and Kaya's playing the piano, and it's rambunctious out there. Naomi kind of like is putting away the dishes now, and sort of just is like, "It's so wonderful you guys would come over for dinner. Barry spoke nothing but good things about you, and you're both very kind."
Barry has been helpful to us as well.
I heard he even managed to stab one of those nasty demons.
He did. He was a great help.
That's so wonderful to hear. He's so brave. He's just the best. So what about you? Is there anybody for you? Kind of like leans through the door and looks over at Neto, kind of looks back at you. It's like, is there anything going on with you?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. It's so nice to be married to such a wonderful person like Barry. I wouldn't want anything to happen. If anybody got too close to Barry.
We're here to protect the town. We'll make sure he's safe.
Wonderful to hear. How are the other companions of yours? I heard there's some real characters in there.
They're interesting. We've added another one recently.
Oh, have you? Is this one another one of another one of the large variety? Like and she leans back and looks at Neto and is like, that one?
No, she's an elf. She's actually the shortest we've found.
Oh. She sounds adorable.
You'll have to meet her sometime.
That would be great. Perhaps we could all have another party sometime.
That would be very nice.
At this point...
I know, you got an invite!
At this point, it's gotten rather late. The kids are starting to, wind down.
My other bit of entertainment when we're done with the drums is it'll be kind of like a hand down and Neto sticks out his tongue, but then as he pulls his hand up, he'll use disguise self to make himself look like Barry, and he's doing this to Lewis.
I was
Wait,
really scared you were gonna say make myself look like Boreya. I was like, God no.
So exactly
So-
what is it you're doing?
So you know how you do like a peekaboo, but only with one hand. So he's doing like hand vertically down in front of him. He sticks his tongue out, and then as he pulls it back up, he's now looks like Barry. So there's two Barrys next to it in front of Lewis, and then he'll put it back down and go back to Neto, and he's just like doing that to change how he looks.
I don't know what to roll for that. We're gonna go with this. Okay, he finds. So Lewis is super excited when you do it. He's like, "Oh, more magic! This is so cool! It's so cool of you guys. I love all the magic that you do with the juggling and the stuff that you do and the magic face change. And that's so cool that I'm making the drum. Oh, Kyle, look, I'm playing the drum." It just kind of goes on like that. Is there any final things you would like to do before the dinner comes to a close?
No.
I'll
no, I
go over
mean-
to Raelle, see if she's okay now. If she's still depressed.
That's fair.
Hey, you sad?
No, I
Raelle
won't say
looks
that.
like
I'll just go sit next to her and just be like, I'm sorry if he upset you. He doesn't really know what he's saying.
I gathered, but he seems nice.
How are you guys faring here in the new town?
It was difficult to get started, but we managed to get a small shack the lower part of town. Barry was one of the first people we met here, and he was kind enough to give us basic food and help pay for us to get started. Because of my work before in Clear Hollow, I'm more suited to wearing heavy armor and walking around, so he might get me on as a guard.
I think that would be very good for you. We may see more of each other then.
Yeah, it would be a great opportunity for me and Lewis to start over.
If you ever need anything, you could ask us.
I wouldn't want to impose. You already did plenty for us in Clear Hollow.
We'll keep it in mind. I hope you enjoy Matai.
Yes,
What
thank
is
you.
that? Okay, no, continue.
Well, thank you very much. It was Boreya, was it?
It was.
Wonderful. Well, perhaps we'll cross paths again. Maybe I'll be a guard then.
Maybe.
Lewis is gonna kind of run up and do the little drum thing in front of Rails, like this look. Like going ham with the drum, and she just sort of nods along and smiles, like, oh, adorable.
Rail God, woo!
And yeah, so with all this, you continue chattering into the night. It gets to be late, towards towards like probably around 11 or so, and you guys head back to the half full cup. Barry and Naomi, thank you both for coming. Like, oh, thanks for coming, guys. It's wonderful. We'll have to do this again sometime.
No.
And perhaps Neto, perhaps you take a bath before you get here.
Yeah, with particularities, who's coming to the door with Neto? Is it just Barry walking us out?
It'll be Barry and Naomi walking you out.
Okay, because specifically at the door, as we kind of get to the door and night's coming to a close and whatnot, the first thing Neto's gonna do is just start dropping the pants.
Oh God.
So like as we get there, he just kind of like lifts up and oh hey, undoes his pants and kind of drops them to his ankle, walks over to the corner, start grabbing all his other effects.
I don't think I have a roll for this. We're just gonna do this.
A roll for taking your pants off. Oh God. She screams.
Naomi is going to see these actions and go, "Oh goodness!" and like sort of run down the hall, it's like covering her like eye line. It's just gonna be beet red as she kind of like makes her way down the hall. Barry's just sort of looks at you. He's like, "Oh, you could have warned people, or you just dropped trow."
Just kind of look back over and like, but they're not mine. They're yours. I can't
They are
keep them.
mine. At this point, however, I might just bequeath them to you.
You,
Well,
oh,
go ahead and get dressed. You keep the pants if you want. If you don't,
yeah,
that's fine too.
I'm getting as he grabs like his armor skirt off the ground and starts putting that back on,
You
tight
putting it
around his
over the
side.
pants, or you leaving the pants there?
No, the pants are still on the ankles. But I am getting dressed. Just reaching down, grab the rest of his whatnots. Hadn't moved from
Look
when the
at that.
pants
Neto
are.
gained pants from this journey.
Barry's pants.
Add to your inventory.
He's just
All
kind of
right.
just like still holding eye contact, like he's still just like kind of getting dressed and just kind of still confused, and you're just like, yeah, but they're yours.
Go. Yep. They're mine. Go. Yep. You know what? It's fine. Just go ahead and you do you want pants? I see you have an armored good thing. It's great armor. But do you
Yeah.
want pants?
I mean, like they're comfortable, but I wouldn't trust them in battle. They were pretty kind of tight around the leg, the calf, the stuff.
Well, your calves are about the size of my head, so
Slap.
yeah, that makes sense.
He slaps his thigh and he's like the leg calf thing.
Right. All right then. Go ahead and just leave those right there on the chest. I'll deal with that later. Probably funny. But yeah, it's so great of you to have come by. But I really got to get going. Get the children in bed. Definitely got to do this again. This has been wonderful.
Once he's nice and fully dressed, still didn't pick up any of the effects of weapons, but he kind of turns around, he goes to grab Barry and a big old bear hug, pick him up off the ground and give him a big old shake.
He just kind of goes with it. You hear a couple of pops as his back pops, and he's like, "Oh!"
Gives him, gives him that good dangly shake where his ankles are kind of moving side to side. And you're just like, thanks so much for letting me meet your wife and kids finally. And you were talking about them so much, but you're just so great, and his food was good, and just.
Well, glad you had a great time. Well, it's wonderful to have you, of course. So happy we got to get to know each other a little more. And he's gonna turn to Boreya. He's gonna kind of like not really know how to say goodbye, so he's just gonna stick his hand out, taking a handshake.
Yeah, she'll shake his hand.
All right, it's wonderful to have you as well, Miss Boreya. Fantastic, of course. I hope talking with the wife was wonderful. She's so sweet, and yeah, he's gonna kind of walk forward and kind of like open the door and kind of like give you the guys the motion to make your way out.
Thank you for inviting us, Barry. It was nice.
Oh, thanks for coming. Of course, this is wonderful. Definitely got to do it again. Perhaps we could do something with your whole group, perhaps.
And Neto, kind of he stops at the door and he kind of like pats his belt and he kind of like looks back and forth as he's like checking himself, looking around, making sure he's got everything.
No way! Yeah, he's got all his weapons.
Well, that was the point. Just kind of like he turns back and forth. He's like, "Oh, hey!" He walks back and there's like a spear that fell halfway over. He kind of looks at it and he's like, "Wait, Ned, who?" And he kind of like grabs the butt of it, kind of like lifts it up and trying to like spin the bottom of it. And
yeah.
Okay, no. Drops it back. He's like, "Sorry, I thought it was mine. It's yours. I have my name on it."
Oh yeah. All right then. Yeah. If I find any of your stuff, I'm sure you won't be hard to come across. I can bring it right to you. Staying at the Half Full Club, right?
And he looks back at Boreya. He's like,
"Yes, we are."
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Then if I find anything of yours, I'll bring it by.
Yeah, yeah. So
Good
like,
stuff, Dad.
if I leave something here, you'll come find us and we can have a drink again. And you just kind of like scratching the back of his neck with.
Right, we could have a drink, anytime. It's not a problem. And he's
Reach
gonna
into
kind of
his-
shuffle. He's gonna shuffle you a
He
little bit.
reaches into his bag and like throws.
You reach in his back pocket,
Throws.
such an unlit torch just down by the corner of the door, leaves it there like holding whole eye contact.
Like right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, just right there, just kind of like
So you
leans
just pull
down
it
and
out of
sets
your
a torch
bag,
down. Yeah,
pull
sets
it,
a torch.
like a mic drop situation.
Yeah, cloud of eye contact, gives that kind of like half nod. Takes his step back.
Closes
See you
the
later,
door.
Barry.
Good night, Barry.
Barry's gonna pick the torch up. He's gonna toss it to you. He's like, look, we could have a drink anytime. You don't gotta leave something here for it.
Tosses it right back. Don't worry about it. You think of
No,
me
you
whenever
take
you
it. He's
see
gonna throw it back.
When like
Toss
it
it,
gets
you
thrown
just-
back in, Borea's just gonna close the door.
So Barry ends up with the torch.
Barry ends up with the torch.
The beret closes the door as Barry sort of catches the torch and he's like, oh! And the door shuts.
Love you,
All
Barry. And just-
We'll have a drink sometime soon. Bring you the torch.
Whenever you're ready to pass the torch, you let me know, love.
So you two begin making your way back to the half full cup and
We're attacked by demons. Combat. Let's go.
combat. No. And that's that. Thanks for joining us for berry dinner and ice ball.
I rolled 3 ones. Oh, I rolled 3 sixes as well. It balances. It's fine.
Well, everybody, thanks for joining us. I hope you all had a good time. And
I can cast spells too.
Yikes. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and give it a go ahead and end it here. But yeah, feel free to check us out on all of our other stuff. We got Instagram and YouTube. All of our previous episodes, including this, will end up on there sometime soon. And yeah, thanks everybody.